Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have your doubts, not what I'm about, have your f***ing cloud, it be raining now. I keep making sound, go another round, I'm legend bound, can't stop me now.
You don't wanna fuck with me, a slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can.
Cause I just wanna hear it out your mouth, yeah. Give me fuel, it's a tool that I use to go ahead and run my mouth, yeah. I take shots, I take loss, I make shots, I miss lots. That's how you get big boss, you get yachts, you swing lots and pop off a big shot. I ain't done chasing, got big dreams, bigger things, impatient. Who's at the top think they need replacement? Who's at the top think I'm gonna erase them? Face it, I don't give up quick, I don't give up shit, I won't give up this. Cause I know that I want it, know that I'm on it, I'll make it, I promise.
You don't wanna fuck with me, a slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can.
If you guys got any drugs, here's your drug drop off. I'm going to read the mission statement to you guys because they don't usually post these, but it says, the Westerly Police Department is committed to safeguarding the lives and property of the citizens, our community. The members of the department uphold the highest of ethical standards while aggressively pursuing law offenders. How about just pursuing? You don't need to say aggressively, because I think that's like you're actively trying to go further above and beyond to violate people's rights to enforce the law. We are dedicated to serving with a professional and caring approach. Okay, that contradicts it, while respecting the dignity of each individual. Thank you. That contradicts the aggressively part. Our service will always be rendered with courtesy and compassion in adherence to local and state laws and the United States Constitution. No way. Really?
You know what I want to know? I want to see if there's any corrective measure here. Maybe she gave me wrong information, because I want to know, I mean, I know I'm allowed to film that window, but I would like to know if she knows that. Because I was just informed that we're not allowed to film back there.
Right.
So I'd like to know if that's a policy that this police department institutes.
Hey, never feed coyotes.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up the phone and ask to speak to an officer, because I wanna ask about that policy, not being able to go to film back there.
Just don't block the way.
Yeah, can I speak to the police officer, please? I'll save my issues for the police officer. I'd just like to speak to him, thank you. I don't have to answer answer that question. I'm asking to speak to a police officer, and I mean, any police officer is fine. I just have a few questions. Thank you. That's what they do, guys. They try and, I mean, a dispatcher is not trained to make legal determinations, and a police officer can't even make legal determinations. So, but they like to do that. Like, I demand to know what this is for. Well, I don't have to answer that question. So just get me to the police officer. Let's make this easy. If I wanted to speak to you, I would have spoke to you. Maybe I'll also ask about why people were ID'd being in a public place.
Where do you say that?
No, when the other issue happened at the library. I mean, do you typically ID people without articulable suspicion that someone's has been, is about to be, or is currently in the commission of a felony?
I see someone.
Cause.
I see someone coming.
Guys, hit that thumbs up button. Let's get those thumbs up. You know, whether it be political or personal issues that you have in common or you have against somebody, whatever the case may be, at the end of the day, you know, we need to make sure that everyone's rights are respected. Hit that like button. And I can still see in here. It looks like they're powwowing, trying to figure out what steps to take next. I mean, how about provide a police officer so we can speak to them and just ask our questions.
They did replace the window.
This is the window that was broken?
This is the window that was broken. And I couldn't tell if it was smashed from the outside or the inside.
You need to file a police report, speak to a police officer, please see dispatch the right window. It doesn't say like. So I could be here for any purpose. So the clock's been ticking. It's been 4 minutes since I told them I needed access to a police officer. So for all intents and purposes, they could have got to me at a remote location in a vehicle before they could have walked in the front lobby. And I'm sure a reason has to do with that is because I have a camera in my hand.
I was spotted in the other room there. By the elongated teardrop football looking thing.
Art class is not definitely it.
Oh, that's right. I remember this place. They had the automatic. This is like.
Oh, she's playing peekaboo.
What?
She's playing. I love when they play peekaboo. Oh, man, he's playing peekaboo.
Hey, they have this like air freshener thing that goes off on a timer, and like it goes off so many times it's stunk in here, as if they use it as like a mechanism to like distract us out, like because it'll get stinky in here. Watch.
So, Auditing America is at a public library. They don't like them filming. The police come down. They demand identification. They violate his First Amendment right and his Fourth Amendment right. And here's the thing, he's free from illegal search and seizure. So Enrique, Auditing America gives up his ID. So that wasn't a lawful command to ask for the ID. His ID is part of his person, his papers, and effects. So they violated his Fourth Amendment right by taking that ID. It would have been absolutely within his rights to refuse to identify. He did identify. He did give his ID. Doesn't change the fact that it was against his Fourth Amendment right to take that ID in the first place. And I'm about 1 minute away from asking when a police officer will be able to speak to me. I am keeping track of the timer in the live feed here. You have 3 citizens requesting services of a publicly paid public official. I'm not here for a police conference, maybe a football conference, or maybe I get some more help if that was the case.
I see someone walking now.
I can see under there and nothing's happening.
I hear doors opening.
Guys, smash that like button. Let's get those likes up. All right, 15, 105 people watching. Get them up, guys. Get them up.
How many people watching?
107 now. I'm on my 4th live today. I didn't even know they had notifications right now. All right, so I'm ready to ask when this police officer's coming, and I bet you his question is going to be, what do you need a police officer for? That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking he's gonna say, what do you need a police officer for? Could be wrong. Let's see. Hi, can you tell me when a police officer is going to come speak to us? I don't have to identify that to you. I asked to speak to a police officer. Has one been notified that we're expecting him yet? You're not qualified to make legal determinations of anything. I'm asking to speak to a police officer, which is beyond you. So can we speak to a police officer now? I'm sorry? Oh, you're a police officer. Okay, I can barely hear you. The volume is like, are you going to come out and speak to us? I'm sorry? I can't hear you. What's your name and badge number? Sergeant or badge number 14. All right, can you come out and speak to us, please? Because I can barely hear you. I can't even hear this guy. It says he's a sergeant, but he's, I don't know if he's coming. All right, I'm just going to wait here to speak to you because I cannot hear you. So if you could come out and speak to me, that would be excellent, because I have something that I'd like to address with you, and I have an issue with an incident that I just had with your dispatcher. So I can't hear what you're saying, so I'm going to leave it at that and wait for you to come out. Thank you. Sorry, I can't really give him. I could hear that he said in regards to what. I heard that. But the phone, I tried to turn the volume up. The phone volume is so low, I could hear nothing that he was saying. So I just told him kind of a reason of why I'm here, that I'd like to speak to him. I just had an issue with the dispatcher, and I'd like him to come speak to me. I wonder what they're hiding.
I can see my gimbal in the video.
I wonder what these guys are hiding here at the Westerly Police Department. Here we go. Excellent. Hi, Sergeant. I have a question. So the dispatcher came up to us and told us that we're not allowed to film what's beyond this window. So I just wanted to ask you if that was accurate. Okay. I appreciate it. Thank you. My only second issue was, if I was filming in the library, okay, would that be grounds to demand identification if there was no probable cause, suspicion of a crime, or allegation of a crime?
It's case by case, because if you are something suspicious,
But suspicion is not a crime and is not probable cause. Suspicion doesn't meet the same level of probable cause. Like I could, for all intents and purposes, I could come in here wearing a mask and at the sight of a police officer run away. You could follow me, but you still have no probable cause to ask me for identification. The reason I ask is someone was in the police station, the library, which I'm sure you're aware of now. It made the rounds on YouTube. And because they were filming in the library, the police demanded identification. They wound up IDing, but because they had no probable cause, that was a violation of their Fourth Amendment right. So, I mean, that's kind of what I wanted to get at. So if you found something suspicious, maybe you didn't have probable cause, but if you found it suspicious, you would ask for ID? Okay, you understand that's illegal, correct?
No. They can ask for ID, but you can't demand ID, right?
Well,
So
he can ask for whatever he wants.
you ask to speak to an officer, do you have a call that we need to respond to? Do you have...
Well, those are the two things I just wanted to address. You address.
Tell their own opinion. Yes, the Fourth Amendment, I believe in the Constitution. Obviously, I'm sworn to protect it. So, look, I'm not going to go back and forth with you, okay? I have paperwork I got to do. If you need to speak to an officer, if you need...
No, you answered my questions. I just wanted to know if you found something suspicious, if you would demand ID. That's all.
It all depends.
Depends. Well, just keep in mind moving forward that the Constitution doesn't have time exemptions. You know, you require probable cause.
In all fairness, it wasn't his shift, so I think maybe he wouldn't have been notified about it. And it happened maybe like a week or two ago. So
But right, I understand. I'm not talking.
Yeah,
about
I'm
that
just
incident
trying to make
specific.
it, yeah.
It's just that he said that if something was suspicious, he would ask for ID. So, but suspicion does not mean probable cause. That's my issue. So if people want to address that, they can contact your police station or contact you online. And if they have any issues with how things are run, they can contact their elected body and try and initiate change.
right.
All right.
You guys all set? You need anything else?
I'm all set.
All set? All right.
Thank you for your time. Well, what do you think here?
I think it's a fail based on that comment. I mean, here's the issue. Very simple. And you
No.
brought up a good
What,
point.
no. He did say, no, hang on, let me make a point here. Is that you asked him a very specific question. You said, do you have the right to ask for ID at that point? Yes, they do. They have the right to ask for anyone's ID at any time.
Right, but they don't. What I'm saying is Massachusetts is not, including Connecticut.
It's Rhode Island.
Rhode Island, Connecticut, Massachusetts, along with other states, are non-ID states. They can ask, they can say, hey, can I have your ID? My question is, and he understood my question, and that's why I led up to it, is do you have the right to demand it? If I refuse my ID, you're IDing me because you think I'm suspicious, right? And I refuse that. Do you have the right to place me under arrest? Now, he just said, my whole question was based on, without probable cause, you'll demand ID. Well, if there's suspicion, and that's the breakdown that we need to address here.
Right,
And I
right.
think it's a fail just based on that. Of course, he can ask me for ID, but what he's saying is, hey, if there's a suspicion, he's IDing me. And you know what? If I came in here with a mask, I saw a cop and I ran, I'd probably get tackled to the ground, and maybe that's something, you know, that needs to be done. You can't assume suspicion is not probable cause. It's not articulable suspicion.
You know what would be great right here? If we requested that incident report.
Absolutely.
Do we want to now since we've already disengaged?
I don't want to deal with them any further because I don't
I'll-
want.
Well, I guess it's something we could follow up on. But I know other auditors don't like us pulling reports on their names and stuff, so I guess it's a challenge for that auditor. But it would be interesting to find out what their report had to say.
I mean, at the end of the day, he was wrong to offer his ID. But here's the thing: I am a huge believer in smart people take deals, innocent people go to trial. Smart people identify. Smart people identify. Innocent people take it to the length of the law. Now, sometimes people have probation and they don't want to violate that probation. But at the end of the day, when he asks for the ID illegally and then you give it to him illegally,
Right.
you're instituting no change. You're feeding the beast. It's our opportunity
agree.
to fight that. And then at that point, once they make that illegal request, then we get arrested, and then we take it to court, and we take it all the way. We don't take pleas. That's when they look at this and say, "Why were you asking
Yes,
for ID
never
in the first
take
place?"
a plea, guys. Never take a plea. If you are in the right, they have to prove that you're guilty. So you should have the higher ground, even though they may have you in custody or have legal binding things over your head. But ultimately, you got to fight. It's your life. You only have one life. So if you want to spend 90 days in jail, like this guy right here, just to prove that you were right, dude, that was 90 days worth living.
I mean, they offered to allow me to leave after just 30 to 34 days, but I'm not going to take a deal for something I didn't do. I have a right against self-incrimination. I'm violating my own Fifth Amendment right to pleading to something I didn't do. Now, I will say, in Auditing America's defense, is that it was his rights were absolutely violated because he's secure within his person, his papers, and effects. So when he gave that ID, his constitutional rights were violated. So on the flip side, the moment they accepted that ID from him, they violated his Fourth Amendment right. So there is still a way to move forward and have reprisal for things like that. And that's why we're doing this.
What do you think? They gave him the option for the other exit? Because we're here?
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So there's some sort of like a meeting going on. Looks like a football. It looks like a football meeting. I mean, it's not a football, but it looks like one. It looks like a football meeting is going on, and it looks like that they're giving him a side entrance to leave. So, I mean,
And for those who say, oh, this officer was nice, listen, if one cop protects another bad cop, he just became a bad cop. Bad cops are created by each other.
I mean, look, as an individual premise here, okay, is that he doesn't know who the other cop was. He said he wasn't aware of the incident. So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt.
But I'm not going to give the benefit, respectfully, I'm not going to give the benefit of the doubt to someone who sets aside the Constitution because he thinks suspicion is more important than probable cause.
Right. I get what you're saying. I know what you mean.
What is suspicious?
When the Thin Blue Gang
Yeah.
does crimes?
Yeah, I mean that rhetorically.
Yeah, we can actually walk on this little side road right here all the way to the back. And same thing with the other side. Looks like they got temp plates on that vehicle right there. I was curious why I didn't have front plates, and it's because they have
Looking
temp.
for thin blue line, don't see it.
Now what happens if they park illegally at the police station?
The cops are going to tell you if people park illegally here that it's discretion. I don't see any no parking signs yet.
This looks like a fire.
Firefighter. Oh no, actually has lights in it. This is a public vehicle. Public vehicle with groceries inside.
That's public vehicle, huh?
No. Hey, no, fire chiefs. I think that might be a fire chief's vehicle. They should be able to take that vehicle home. They're on call 24/7, not like cops who are shift duties, right?
That's absolutely right.
So we can walk this way.
Alright guys, I'm gonna double check and make sure
Actually, they have it clearly designated back here.
And some of these public officials, like depending on their rank and position, actually can use public vehicles for personal use or use. So it's entirely plausible that firefighters public vehicles.
Hey, no name. What time is it?
7:30.
Alright, it's fenced off. You got a closer look.
And you know how you can tell you're still on a public road? There's marked mailboxes. Looks like we do have a shift change or back out on patrol on the street. Plate number 7079.
Oh, look, Escalade right there. It's black and white.
A police Escalade?
Yeah, right there. See it? There's a Explorer, Taurus, and Escalade in the
Oh
Explorer.
yeah.
Oh my God, they have a friggin' Cadillac Escalade police car. No way.
Fancy,
So
fancy.
guys, I just got information that this city, Westerly, has a volunteer fire department.
That's
They
fantastic.
can't pay their firefighters to work full time, but they can pay to have Escalades.
That's a good point.
That's bananas. They have a Cadillac Escalade for a cruiser, but a volunteer fire department. That's insane. Westerly, Rhode Island. Incredible. There's a volunteer
Look.
fire department.
What, they got a Kia too?
Gigantic police station that rivals some of the police stations in Boston from big cities. Okay?
That's a Kia, right?
Shift change. I'm not sure.
They can violate people's rights in Cadillac Escalades.
Is it shift change? I think they don't change
No,
until
I
11 o'clock.
no. I just think these guys either brought someone in recently or they had to do some sort of finalizing paperwork on their first start of shift. So let's just assume shift start at 7, and that these guys are finally getting out.
Maybe we'll get pulled over in a Maserati while a firefighter has to be taken from the dinner table to put out some flames. Scumbag.
We got 2 more leaving right here.
Yeah, you guys, you're paying for a Cadillac Escalade to be patrolling your streets. I'm sure that's probably the most gas-efficient vehicle they can find, right, guys?
Oh, he's coming.
Look how quick I switch between both cars. Ready?
Damn.
Ah!
That is awesome. You're not live, huh?
No. Which one's gonna leave first, guys? Which one's gonna leave first? Huh? Which one?
I think
Which
the
one?
one right here in the middle.
Yep. Here he
You
goes.
got your extra camera on you?
That's in the car.
I bet.
Now, will they violate my rights and turn
Oh,
on
yeah.
the lights?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Watch my. Close your eyes. He's gonna turn the lights.
Guys, I just wanted to come introduce myself. I don't want to bother you guys at all. I just want to introduce myself.
Yeah.
I'm the beat officer over here. So if you guys have any issues, just let me know.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Including issues with officers, maybe?
Why would you?
Because everyone's individual. I'm just saying.
What do you have an issue right now?
No. Hypothetically.
Hypothetically, I mean, we'll see. I mean, it depends on who. I'm going to be coming here.
Okay.
For
You seem
guys.
like a nice guy, so.
Yeah, I get what you guys are doing. I got it. If somebody comes here though and asks you guys to do something, just cooperate as much as you can.
Okay.
I know what you guys are doing. I get it. So I just want you guys just to cooperate.
Who can I mention?
What's that?
Who can I mention if they do come up?
For what? Like.
You're saying like if another police officer sees what we're doing and gives us a problem,
Yeah.
that who can I mention that said it was okay?
You could just say the other officer said, you're here fine. You're
I guess
peacefully here. It's
I guess
fine.
I'm asking what your name.
Officer Ruisi. Sorry, Officer
Okay.
Ruisi. Yep.
Okay.
I apologize.
I appreciate it though.
Yeah, no problem. Good luck, guys.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Are you able to, say you don't have probable cause, but you have, might be acting suspicious to you? Do you have I understand you have the right to ask me for my ID, but do you have the right to demand identification under penalty of
If
arrest?
we're investigating something, yes. It depends. So if I have to investigate the totality of the entire case, all right, and we have to document everything that happens. If I interact with you, not like this.
So if you obtain probable cause?
Reasonable suspicion. We'll go with that route.
Ooh.
We reasonably
Articulable
articulable suspicion. So I have to say
Articulable.
what.
Okay. That's better than the answer he gave us.
Is that for the?
And I would say that would take more than one witness, but that would be my thing, because like you don't take just one person's word.
Because suspicion in itself isn't a crime.
All right, so I'm gonna go talk to my supervisor. He's probably gonna talk to you, or want me to talk to you guys, but I'm already doing it. So
Is he nervous or something?
my supervisor,
Yeah.
He's no, he's not. He's not nervous. He's just probably wants to advise me. You guys are here, but I already know you're here.
Okay.
So.
All right,
Don't
thanks,
worry.
man.
Hey, we're always watching.
Oh, I get it. I got it. Good luck, guys.
Thank you. I think that brought him up a grade. I like how they reached out about it. And look, we got this guy just sitting.
Did he say
Well, they're
5
definitely perturbed by the cameras, huh, guys? Oh, is he gonna move away now?
I want to get the
Oh,
gate
yeah, there
opening
you
and
go.
everything. He doesn't want to be involved. Actually, I think he waited for that gate to close, which was due diligence. Due diligence on Border Patrol.
No, I don't know that.
I waited. That gate just finished closing. That's when he took
I
off.
got closer with my camera, so.
Yeah.
The stars tonight, guys. Can you see them?
Oh, wow. Yeah. Let's see
It's
if I can
beautiful. My
pick that
camera's
up.
not showing it. It's a beautiful sky.
That'd be wild if I could pick up stars.
Yeah, just cooperate and do what they say. Yeah, absolutely.
No.
I'm gonna lift their boots and just search myself so I don't have to waste their time taking away from the volunteer firefighter.
Hey, I had the babblefish in my ear a little bit there, and what he said to me was, "You are our bosses. That you guys have the right to be here to hold us accountable." And I appreciated that, actually. Whereas in the inside, they're like, "You can't film back here." Like, no. We are your bosses, as confirmed by these guys.
I'm more concerned
always a
about the
dispatch.
corrective measures. Like who's going to tell that dispatcher that she better learn her job before she tries to enforce other people's jobs.
It goes to
Forget
their head.
that.
It goes to their head to the dispatches.
Here's a shout out to a Hooksett, New Hampshire dispatcher Tyrant Belanger. When you go from being a police officer and you're demoted to a dispatcher and it's in a completely another town, that's probably because you did something wrong, Dispatcher Belanger of Hooksett PD. Dispatchers can't make legal determinations. If police can't make legal determinations, what gives a dispatcher the same right to? When you need a police officer, you get a police officer. Now let me give you perfect proof of concept. I waited in the lobby for 20 minutes. And I filmed. And they would give me nobody until the very end when they realized I wasn't going to go. But when I go back and I shine a camera on their Cadillac Escalade, they send me my own troop delivering to my door. That was like the Uber Eats of tyranny.
You're making me hungry.
The Uber Eats of tyranny here in Westerly, Connecticut today. Oh. So if you go inside and say you need a police officer, you wait 20 minutes. If you film